Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be talking about leadership ethics and team management and project management, which is my favorite subject, leadership. All right. And getting started, just let you know, project management is not only about schedules, budgets, scopes, and deliverables. They're all important, but projects are completed by people. That means you must know how to lead people, make responsible decisions, build trust, and manage team performance. You, the project manager. Okay. Um, a project can have a strong plan. It can still fail if the team is confused, divided, unsupported, or operating without clear ethical standards. The leadership is important. The ethics of the leader is important, and the ethics of the team is important. They're all essential to a project success. So, as a project manager, you can lead by creating clarity, direction, and accountability. Leadership in project management means helping the team understand the purpose of the project, the work that must be done, and the standards expected throughout the project. A project manager is not always, may not always have the formal authority over every team member, especially in cross-functional projects, and that will happen. But some team members may report to different departments, supervisors, organizations. So that means that as a project manager, you often lead, you want to lead through influence, communication, trust, and your credibility. Uh, let's use this example. In a business project, right? Let's say in a business project to launch a new service, the project manager may need support from marketing, finance, operations, customer service, technology, and leadership. So the project manager may not directly supervise all those people, but must be able to coordinate their work and keep them aligned. That requires leadership. Now, so make sure that you understand that you don't leadership is not about telling and control. It's just about that influence. It's sometimes it's about that communication and that trust, right? Um, let's talk about a little bit about ethics in project management. Ethics in project management means making decisions based on honesty, fairness, responsibility, and respect. Project managers, you got to handle a lot of information, resources, deadline, budget, stakeholder expectations, and deal with team concerns. Because of that, ethical judgment matters, and that doesn't mean everybody's going to be happy from the ethical judgment, but it just means ethical judgment matters. Ethical issues can appear in many different ways. A project manager may feel pressure to hide delays. A team member may be asked to approve work that does not meet the quality standards. A vendor may overpromise, but what can be delivered. Um, a leader may ask the project manager to reduce a reported cost or ignore known risk. Um, in all those examples, ethics becomes more than a concept. It becomes a decision that you must make as the leader, as the project manager. And an ethical project manager communicates truthfully. They report risk honestly. They treat people fairly, and they protect confidential information. And they don't misrepresent project progress. Um, your credibility as a project manager depends on trust. And once the trust is damaged, the project becomes much, 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 much more difficult to lead. Um, team management, they'll focus on helping the project team work together effectively. This includes assigning roles, clarifying responsibilities, supporting collaboration, resolving conflict, tracking performance, and maintaining accountability. A strong project team doesn't happen automatically. People may have different personalities. They will. Work styles, they have that too. Priorities, skill levels, and communication preferences. You'll have some team members that will be highly engaged, while you have others that may be overloaded or unclear about the expectations, right? Um, the project manager, you must create structure in your team. So, who's responsible for what task? When is that work due? Right? What does quality look like? Who needs to be informed? What happens if something is delayed or does not get done? Accountability doesn't mean blaming people. Accountability means making responsibilities clear and following through professionally. When accountability is missing, deadlines slip, frustration increases, and stronger team members may end up carrying work that shouldn't have been shared in the first place. Happens all the time. So let's use this real world business example. So let's suppose a company is creating a new employee training program and they want to improve the onboarding and reduce turnover. So the project team includes the HR, the department managers, training specialists, IT, and senior leadership. Now, leadership is needed to keep the team focused on the purpose of the project. Helping new employees become prepared, confident, and productive. Right. Ethics is needed to make sure the training materials are accurate, expectations are fair, employees receive honest information about their roles, the policies, and the performance standards. Right. Team management is needed to coordinate who creates the training modules, who reviews the content, who tests the learning platform, who communicates with the managers, who evaluates the results. Now imagine the project is behind schedule. The easiest response may be to rush the materials and launch the program anyway. But if the content is incomplete or confusing or inaccurate, the new employees are going to suffer. Managers will lose the trust in the program, and the company will not achieve the expected improvement. Now, a strong project manager will create the delay honestly. They will identify the remaining work and adjust the plan as needed, and protect the quality and integrity of the final delivery. And that's difficult to do sometimes because you're under a lot of pressure. But a strong project manager doesn't have a problem doing that. That's leadership, ethics, and team management working together, right? As the project manager, your responsibility is to create an environment where people can do quality work with clarity and integrity. That means setting expectations early, communicating it consistently, addressing problems directly and early, and modeling professional behavior. The project manager must also pay attention to team morale. Your team, you might have a team member or your team that they can feel ignored, blamed, or even overwhelmed, maybe may become disengaged. I'm be honest with you, they will become disengaged, right? The team that feels respected, informed, and committed and supported is more likely to stay committed. A strong project manager understands how the work gets done matters just as much as whether the work gets done, right? So to close out, understand that leadership, ethics, and team management are central to project success. Leadership provides the direction. Ethics protects the trust. Uh, Team management turns individual effort into coordinated performance, right? And on that trust, ladies and gentlemen, it takes hours to earn, seconds to lose. So as you think about management, remember this: projects are managed through processes, but they're delivered through people. A strong project manager leads with clarity, acts with integrity, manage teams responsibly, and create conditions for people to deliver successful project outcomes.